All right, back up at the cabin, had to come up because the Corvette is broken. The Corvette is down. I'm gonna show you what happened in just a minute, but real quick, look what I picked up behind me. We got a Jeep. Now this is not an ordinary Jeep. This is a Jeep with a 392 V8 making 470 horsepower. Listen to this thing. What? You're not gonna believe what this sounds like. You're gonna think you're driving a Hellcat driving this thing down the road. It is absolutely insane. 470 horsepower, it's really fast. Sounds like a Hellcat driving down the street. Every time I rev this thing, people look around like they're looking for like a Challenger or a Hellcat. It actually has an adjustable exhaust sound. In here you can click on this button right here, which turns it into quiet mode, so it barely makes any noise. And it gets pretty loud. Interior, we got, I don't know, it's got a nice red interior, kind of spacious. Before having this at the cabin, I had the Ford Bronco Raptor, which I actually liked a lot. I wish that Ford would put a V8 in theirs, because the V6 in the Bronco Raptor is nothing like the V8 in this Jeep. But let's get on to this topic of this video. What happened to my Corvette Z06? As you can see over here, I got a box which just got delivered. The car is up on jack stands over here. You'll see that I am actually missing a wheel. So on my last trip out here to the cabin, we were on a normal drive coming home from dinner, not doing anything crazy. I ran over something in the road. I couldn't see anything. It was actually pitch black. The roads are super dark here. I heard a bang, didn't go off road, and it was pretty loud. Came back home, checked out the car, everything looked fine. The next morning, flat tire, and the worst possible thing could happen when you have carbon fiber wheels. While they're super light and super cool, they are delicate. You can't hit anything with them, and if you do, they just crack, and that's what happened here. So after checking out the damage, crack was pretty small. There was two options: buy a new wheel for like $5,000 or $6,000, find a used one that might be damaged or banged up, or you can actually send these wheels out for repair. So I decided to send it out for repair, see how that goes first, and if it works, great. If not, then I'll end up buying a new wheel. Inside this box here, let's check out what we got. Here we go. These wheels are super light. I mean, I'm gonna grab this with one hand and just pick it up, and you can see I'm just holding it here. Probably weighs about 15 pounds. And this is the front wheel, and it didn't get damaged anywhere on the outside. You saw what I just showed you was kind of cracked on the inside. They actually x-ray these wheels as well after they're done fixing them to make sure they are all good. All right, so here's the fixed wheel. These are crazy light. I mean, this probably weighs less than 15 pounds, and it's actually a pretty big wheel for the Corvette here. And then as you can see, they fixed on the inside here. There's a little bit of a weave change where they did the repair. Actually, can't even really seem to find it right now, but like right in here, you can see a weave change, but it's totally smooth, totally symmetrical. So we're gonna put this tire back on the wheel and get this put back on the Z06, take it for a drive. Hopefully it holds air and we are good to go. If not, let me know if you got an extra wheel, because I might need one. Fixing or repairing carbon wheels is expensive, so special thanks to the sponsor of this video, Red Tiger. This is the F7NA Smart Dash Cam 4K Starvis 2 IMX 678 sensor. It's got the 4K front camera, the HD rear camera, and this is what I run in my Corvette Z06. Installation just takes a few seconds. Simply snap on the suction cup onto your windshield like this and turn the lever. Plug in your rear camera here and your power over here, and then slide into the mount. The large touchscreen makes it super easy to move between the different views. You got the front camera, the back camera, and the dual view, of course. Image quality from the true 4K sensor is pretty incredible. Look how easy it is to read these license plates from all directions. If you didn't have 4K, this is what it would look like. Really poor image quality. For those scenarios that you want to see what's going on behind you, like this biker getting super close to my Corvette, the HD rear camera comes in real handy. Red Tiger's also got a great app to connect to the smart dash cam. You can go through all your settings here. You can browse through all your clips. You can download them to your phone. You can also play them back on your phone. It tracks you via GPS and gives you your speed. HDR improves low light performance so you can still get clear footage even when driving at night. Other features include the 5.8 gigahertz Wi-Fi transfer, live view over-the-air software updates, and it's got a 24-hour parking monitor system and advanced driving alerts. Red Tiger Prime Day is June 23rd to the 26th, where you can get one of the F7 NAs for $118.99. Links in the description. All right, now we're off to Knoxville. Gotta take the wheel and tire. Wow, these are super, super light. I gotta decide, do I get carbon fiber wheels on my ZR1X? It is now a $16,000 option, and while they're light, I'm not sure it's worth risking damaging one of these. So off to Knoxville, I'll load these up in the Jeep, and then it's time to, wow, this is crazy. The tire, oh, I'm guessing this tire weighs twice as much as the wheel. All right, we got about an hour drive to Knoxville. Let's get this set up and cross our fingers that everything went well with the repair of this wheel. Finding a shop to deal with these carbon wheels is pretty tough. Had to drive an hour into Knoxville to find this shop who has a touchless machine to get the tire on the rim without damaging the carbon. After we got the tire on the wheel, we sprayed it down with some soap and water to see if there was any leak in it. Looks like we're good to go. And lastly, of course, we got to balance the wheel and the tire. Need any road force balancing. Only required a 1/4 ounce of weight to make it perfect. We got the wheel on, and pressure's been holding for 2 days. I've been driving it on quite a bit, so I think we're good. Now that I look at it, it's actually down maybe 1 PSI, but all the tires are kind of off, so that could just be direction of the sun, heating up the tires, so forth. So the real cost so far was taking the wheel off, shipping it to California. That cost me $200. Shipping rates are absolutely insane. A 16-pound wheel cost $200 to ship it across the country. They fixed it for a cost of $1,300 plus another $100 to ship it back to me. I guess it's cheaper to ship it the other direction, whatever. So total cost looks like about $1,800. In retrospect, you know, maybe a used wheel for about $3,000 might have been a better idea. I did have some Chevy dealer contacts kind of reach out and say that they could probably get me a discount on a new wheel. You actually have to have the VIN to buy those wheels. I guess they just won't want Corvette owners just buying the wheels. You actually can't put the carbon wheels on a normal C8 because the stud bolts are longer to accommodate for a thicker carbon wheel. So if you did want to put carbon wheels on a car that didn't come with them, it requires a little more work. The next question is, do I put carbon wheels on the ZR1X? I got some big news on my ZR1X order. I'm going to probably do another video revealing the spec of the ZR1X and when I expect to get it. But, you know, the prices did go up. It's $16,000 extra for the carbon wheels. And now that I think about it, I could probably get a set of magnesium wheels made for the Corvette for a lot less. And they're kind of similar in weight, maybe a little bit heavier, but probably negligible in the big picture thing for drag racing and so forth. So comment below, what are your thoughts on carbon wheels on cars? I had them on the Ford GT. I've had them on this car. And I never had a problem on the GT. This is the first time I've run into this issue. And yeah, so something to consider. I did talk with Shmi, because I know he's getting a ZR1X, and asked him if he was getting the carbon wheels. And he said absolutely not. He's actually cracked 3 of his GT 500 wheels on his Mustang. So he's out on the carbon wheels. Let me know your opinion on carbon wheels. As always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up, helps the video the channel. And once again, special thanks to Red Tiger for sponsoring this video. Prime Day, you can get a special deal June 23rd to 26th. Thanks for watching.